This is Get Real and Heal for high-performing women executives and entrepreneurs, where we discuss all things emotional healing and the relationships with yourself, your man, and your money. I'm your host, Jamila McMallow, wife, mother, certified cognitive behavioral therapy practitioner, mindset and relationship expert with over 20 years coaching and mentoring experience. I know that when you're the one that everyone else leans on, the leader and the trailblazer, it can be difficult to let your guard down, be vulnerable, and tend to your own emotions. So I hope today's discussion will allow you a moment to experience a life-changing realization, perhaps even a transformation. So let's begin and get real and heal. Okay, today we have a very powerful topic. It is healing from the need to do everything, to be that superwoman. Because sis, you are doing too much and you know it, right? So this season of the Get Real and Heal podcast, season 3, I am focusing on women who are happily married and helping them to break free from this mindset and conditioning around believing that their only value in the world is their ability to achieve and acclaim professional and financial success. So I would encourage you, if you've missed the first 4 episodes of this season, that you definitely go back and listen to them, because each one is building on the previous. But today is such a powerful topic because I don't know a woman who's a high achiever or a high performer who has not had this experience. We have all worn that cape and, felt proud of it like a badge of honor, juggling our work or business, family, and everything in between. We've even been praised, or people will give us commendation for our ability to do it all and still look beautiful or still seem to have it all together. But the truth is, deep down, you're exhausted. And quite frankly, you're tired of always being the one who handles everything. And I want you to know that you don't actually have to do it all. Okay? See, the need to do everything is rooted in the belief that your value comes from how much you can handle or how much you do. It's the idea that if you're not juggling a million things at once, then you're failing. But the fact is that belief isn't serving you. It's actually burning you out. And it's keeping you from stepping fully into the ease and peace that is available to you. Like I said, I was stuck in that way of being. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm totally not a high achiever or a high performer anymore. No, I absolutely am going to continue to be a high performer when it comes to my relationship with God, when it comes to my husband, when it comes to my kids. I'm going to keep that high standard of excellence, because why not? And I can do that because I have eliminated the thing that was basically competing for the top position. And it was that compelling programming telling me that I had to keep going and going and climbing the ladder of so-called success, a definition created by somebody else. And so once I realized that this pressure to do all of the things, to be everything, to keep achieving, to keep pushing, once I realized that was coming from me, from pressure that I was putting on myself, not from some expectation that my husband had, definitely not my kids, then I was able to literally just let go of that way of being. And let me tell you, the freedom that I have found is incredible. Now, what I'm really excited to share with you is that the conditioning and the programming that's behind the scenes in your mind telling you that you can't take a break, that you have to keep pushing yourself, that you have to achieve all these different levels and benchmarks in your career, in your business, financially, in order to be successful, happy, and fulfilled. All of that, I am actually addressing inside of the first release of the Feminine Ease movement courses. The first course, the mini course that I'm going to be dropping is called Trust Yourself. And a full course is going to be released on December 1st. Okay, because I promised that if you've been listening. But this mini course is a beautiful surprise for you. I woke up this morning and had a download, and I'm like, yes, and more yes. And it's not the only one that I'm currently working on. But what's coming next for you ladies is Trust Yourself, No Need for External Validation. That is the mini course that is going to be dropping this coming week. And when you purchase the course, when you get instant access, you actually have the ability at checkout to upgrade into the entire mini course at a ridiculously low rate. And that's because I understand how needed this shifting in your mindset and in your way of being is, how important it is. And I want you to have access. I don't want there to be any barriers to you saying yes to yourself, to you saying yes to making this shift before 2024 is over. I don't want there to be any barriers between you and having the peace and ease that you deserve, because you do. And what's exciting about this mini training is it is module 1 of the Trust Yourself mini course. So module 1 is No Need for External Validation. And so that's what's going to be dropping. So you're going to be able to experience that powerful course, that transformation right off the bat. Because isn't it true that that is the reason why you do a lot of the things that you do, because you were told that that's what you're supposed to do? And when you're told that that's what you're supposed to do, essentially what you're not doing is leaning into and listening to your inner voice. You're looking outside of yourself for someone to validate or confirm whether or not your ideas or what you want to do are a great idea. This is definitely something that I was guilty of, especially when I stepped into entrepreneurship. It was obviously in school, because we're all conditioned that we have to look to the teacher, the expert, the authority. But when I got into entrepreneurship, I just felt like I always had to be looking to a coach to tell me what to do. And that had nothing to do with the coaches. That had to do with my own programming and conditioning that told me that trusting myself it's not even on the list. It's not. And trusting yourself is an integral part and a foundational piece of you being able to experience the feminine ease that you are desiring. It is paramount to you being able to put down your superwoman cape, to put down all of the hats that you're wearing, to put down all of the different things that you're juggling for no reason other than some part of you feels you're supposed to or you have to, but you don't really know why. All of that has to disappear in order for you to have what it is that you are truly desiring, and even to give yourself permission to have what it is that you are desiring, and to know that it is okay. So I want you to click the link in the description to this episode in order to join the Feminine Ease waitlist. And as soon as that link goes live for the Trust Yourself, No External Validation Needed little mini training is available, you will be notified by email. Okay? So you definitely want to get on that list ASAP, because you don't want to miss out on it. And remember, take the upgrade, because the rate that I am offering the entire mini course to you is it's ridiculous, but you won't see it anywhere else again ever. It will not be available anywhere else at that price. It'll only be available to you when you are checking out. Okay? Now, I felt like this was an appropriate place for me to mention this, because I'm just extremely thrilled and excited about this path that I'm on, this movement that I'm leading, because I feel like enough is enough. We're tired. We're burnt out. We're over it. And there's got to be a better way. And for you as a married woman, because you are operating as a team in a unit with your husband, you have a level of freedom and flexibility that a woman who is solely relying on herself does not have. Now, there are a million different ways to make money. I know a lot of single women that have positioned their businesses in such a way that the majority of their income is passive, and so they're not that stressed. But like I've said previously, I'm not going to encourage a woman who must rely on herself financially and has to stay in a certain mindset and way of being in order to do that. I'm not going to encourage her to just throw caution to the wind. Okay? And I'm not even encouraging you as a married woman to throw caution to the wind. I'm encouraging you as a married woman who has done the hard work of healing yourself, choosing wisely, having a great husband, having a great life, having the resources, having the income. He's a great provider, to give yourself permission to do less. You don't have to keep up this level of hypervigilance. There's a lot of reasons why you keep pushing yourself, why you keep doing everything, why you feel the need to be superwoman, why you refuse to put down that cape, why you feel like a failure when you do, or when you miss the mark that you, by the way, set at an unreasonable height, and that somehow just keeps moving further, higher and higher. You never actually get there. All of it is addressed inside of my Trust Yourself mini course. The first sampling of it is no external validation needed, but the entire course, the entire mini course, touches on all of these different areas. Okay? Because not only do I talk about no need for external validation, but I also talk about fearlessly trusting yourself and then allowing yourself to experience unapologetic happiness. Whew. What a bold idea, right? But you deserve it, okay? So, this week, I want you to think about where you are still trying to be this super woman, where you're still trying to do all the things. And I want you to be honest with yourself and ask, what can I let go of? Where can I allow myself to receive support? Remember, your worthiness, your value is not defined by the things that you do. Your level of activity and productivity does not equal your value or your worth. It is inherent. You are enough just as you are. Now, this season, all of our new episodes are going to be dropping on Sundays. So next week, we're going to be talking about trusting your husband's leadership. And whoa, is that going to be a powerful conversation about partnership, about marriage, about letting go and allowing yourself to receive love, to receive care, to really lean into your feminine side and feminine energy without fear, worry, or judgment, or even guilt, because you might feel guilty like, oh, I'm not doing enough. No, we're letting all that go this season, okay? So until next time, I want you to know that you are worthy and deserving simply because you live, breathe, and exist. What you do is not who you are. It also is not your identity. You are so much more. Visit CoachJamila.com, where you'll find the links to connect with me on social media and more information on my private coaching for high-performing women.